What's up, guys? It is Tuesday, February 7th, 10:02 a.m., and this is the crypto market update. So starting off, we're going to look at the bond yields, and right now we're still flirting with that line right there. We're trying to get above it. We're not quite yet above it, but we're going to have to see how the end of the day kind of pans out here. On the 12-hour chart, we are finding some resistance right at it. The candles are getting a little bit smaller here. If we go to the 6-hour, it looks like we're starting to curl over. If I go to the 4-hour, let's see it. Yep. So as I go down on the time frames, you can see the momentum is slowly starting to curl over. So I would say a break upon this trend line right here and we're kind of converging right now, would cause us to go lower here. And we want to break this horizontal white line. And we have a sell now signal on the 2-hour. And the last 2-hour sell now signal, I'd called these kind of tops here as we came into the resistance. So does look good for the bond yields to roll back over. Now, if I go to the dollar chart, and right now we're pressing up higher with the dollar, but I mean, if I go to the right here and you look at some of these coins, they're flying right now. So we're seeing a little bit of a divergence away from this dollar correlation, which is actually a positive sign because dollar going up, crypto's going up. Stock market is, I think, down for the day. And that just means that when the dollar starts to roll over here, that's more fuel for the fire. Like I said, the timeline is matching up for 2023 to be a hyper boom. I really strongly believe that some of these coins could go back up to all-time high in a snap of the fingers. I really think there's a little underestimation of how fast these coins can move. And if you remember from 2020, late 2020, it really happened a matter of like a few months, 3 to 5 months, where these coins went. I remember HBAR going from 3 cents to 30 cents in a matter of months. So I keep banging the drum. The exciting times ahead, man. It really is going to be fun. Like I said, I want to see us all on an island in Thailand, and I want to see us all kind of celebrating together. We're plotting our next pair-to-pair trades. I just let the members know in the Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, I'll put the link in the bio. Come join the Discord. I'll give you a little insight as to what we're kind of planning out. So last night, I had said I added graph to my long-term holdings, and it's the Google of blockchains. I'll do a deep dive later on it, but that was at 10:04 p.m. Guys, look at GRT today. 40% since last night. 40%. We are on top of it. We got our pulse. We got our hand on the pulse of this market, and we nailed that graph trade last night. We added it to long-term holdings just in time before this big pump, 40%. And then we added Casper. We did a pair-to-pair trade, XLM to Casper. That was last night as well too. And it was right here. So I said I may eye out a Casper to Flare pair-to-pair because if you haven't already stacked up on some long-term bags of Flare, I think now's the time to do it for sure. But I let everybody know I did a pair-to-pair on Uphold, XLM to Casper. And if we look at that chart and kind of look at how much Casper's up today, we're talking 12%. Meanwhile, XLM is not even up here. It's at 1.47%. I could swap back right now. We could have 10% more XLM than we did last night. This is the kind of games we're playing over here at Stargate. We're doing the pair-to-pair. We're accumulating more of our bags through kind of swapping pair-to-pair with them rather than adding more money into the market. So that's what we're doing. If you want to get plugged up with a strategy like that, one that we mastered, one that works, and that we've been sharing the receipts on, click the link in the bio, join the Discord, say, hey, clean me up. I want to get that white glove service, and I want to start doing these pair-to-pairs. And sooner than later, because this is the time to do it and maximize it while the market's still pretty low, while the market's heading out of this bear market bottom and going full swing into a bull market. When you start getting fancy at the top of a bull market, that's when things kind of can go south. Now's the time to do it. So get yourself in there. Ask for the pair-to-pair strategy. We'll hook you up. So if we're looking at the dollar, we had mapped this out as far as these horizontal lines here. We're now at that second line of resistance. And then right here where the 200-day moving average is, and the last horizontal line with the red box is the 786 from this top down to this bottom. We've been tracking that for a bit. And we said the 12-hour 200 moving average will likely kind of make its way towards the 786 by the time we got there. It does look like it's panning out for that to happen. So even if we do pump up to here, it does seem like crypto's holding strong, holding steady, and there's going to be fuel thrown on that fire if we can roll over and then we start going down here and then we break. Oh my God, it's going to absolutely, that's when the hyper boom happens, 100%. Let's go to the stock market, 3-day chart. We're on the 3-day chart. We're looking at this, and right now the candle closes today, tonight, but we're above the 200 moving average. We want to maintain above there and hold above 12,400. We want the bodies to close above, as well as we have this kind of trend line where these bodies closed right here. And that's exactly where that lines up as well too. So that's where I want to see us hold. And then it kind of even stretches out a little further to this low that we set right here. We broke it, resistance, 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 resistance. We broke above. Now we need to hold it as support. We do see the momentum rising. TSI crossing to the 0 line, stock RSI up here, MACD rising with green. So that all looks good for the moment. If we go to gold, I'm on the 6-day chart. And we definitely want to hold this trend line. So we have this trend line coming up like that. We want to hold that because there's other times where if I go down to a lower time for now, like a 3-day chart, where we kind of break that trend of something like this, then we start going into a downtrend. So we want to hold that level. And if I go down to a 12-hour, probably see it a little better here. Yep, there we go. So we're kind of at that level now. If we do break lower, I want to see gold maintain support around 1,800. Yeah, 1,800 would be that level of support I want to see us hold. Now let's go to the total crypto market cap. We're tracking the 5-day chart on this. We're not yet quite above that area of resistance, but boy, let me tell you, when we do get above there, it's going to be on. If I go to the 10-day chart, because I kind of want to show you kind of what happened back here. After we had our first initial big pump out of this kind of bear trend, we did have 20 days of sideways. And then we had 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 more days of a rally. So we're wrapping up the tail end of this 20 days. We have 2 days and 9 hours left of this candle right here. And as you can see, 10, 20 days. And then after these 2 candles, then we start our uptrend again. Hopefully that's going to be the case for us this time, because we're talking big valuations. So we have 2 days, 9 hours left for this. We're going to have to see how this pans out. If we do roll back over, we'd want to see us hold support on the 200 moving average there. But for immediate short-term upside, I would like to see us hold the bottom of this ribbon right there, which we are holding right now at the moment. Let me actually zoom in on that. We're holding right at the bottom of that ribbon. So you can see we had a wick there and then we're right there. So that's where I want to see hold. And yeah, I mean, if we look at that as well too, this horizontal line, we had our rejection point there, rejection, and now we got above. We're maintaining above it, and it's been a solid amount of time. Then in January of 2020 as well too, this is that area that we claimed up. We had tried to sell off from there, but we maintained the bodies above. So it's looking good. I'm telling you, we can rally faster than a lot of people expect. So I believe exciting times ahead. Then we have the total 3. So this is the crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And what I'm tracking on this is just a simple trend line. Let me hide this. As you can see, we've just been chugging our way up along this trend line, and you want to see this hold for immediate upside. I would like for us to, and we're kind of in this channel of this resistance and the support. I'd like to see us obviously hold the support down here, but really rip up above this trend line resistance and really start to go parabolic. That's what I'm trying to see. I'm sure everybody else is as well too. There's a lot of charts that do look like this, individual charts and coins. But as far as we're on the 12-hour chart, it's the first time in a very, very long time that we've gotten above the 200 moving average and flip the EMA ribbon from red to green and held that support for as long as we have. And then if I go to the daily chart, I'm sure we're getting very, very close to that being the case as well too. So we flip from red to green and we're flirting with the 200 moving average right now. We want to maintain support above there. Then if I grab this high down to this low, We're probably right at that 786. Yep, we're right at that 786 right now, which is sitting at 381 billion. We're at 377 billion. If we break above there, we're looking good for a pretty nice pump. It's like 36% for the whole entire crypto market, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's pretty big. That is a big move, and some individual coins could soak up more of that for sure. Now let's go to, we're going to go to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, so we're still on this upwards trend right here. So we have this trend line coming up, but also we did get that daily, something we've been watching was that golden cross. And we said, hey, red alert around that time frame, we could come down at that point and kind of retest some of that 20K area we've been talking about. So if I put this back on, we just got that golden cross right here today. And last time we got it, once we got that golden cross right here, we did have a little kind of fall down, but also there was one, back here, got the golden cross. We did have a little fall down. So that's on my radar. But as long as we're maintaining above that 786, which I think is around 21,100 on a candle body close, that's all good and well. But yeah, we still have the momentum coming down here. So that's the only kind of red flag that we have pulled up right now, is that Bitcoin has still not yet, what we've been watching, the 12-hour stock RSI curled up and gone up through this the 50 line. We need to see that for the momentum to kick back in as far as Bitcoin reaching new all-time highs. But as you can see, we are just kind of doing this broadening wedge, and we have maintained it. And then also what we've been watching and what everybody should have on their chart is the 2-hour chart, the 200 moving average here, this yellow line. We said, hey, we need to hold that short term as support for immediate short term upside. And last night we tapped it once, tapped it twice, and we're above it right now. It's currently sitting at 22,700 right now. And I would say I would want to see us reclaim 23K, 23,300 preferably. I'd like for us to get above for sure. So now let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum's pressing up right now. This is a higher time frame. We are trying to poke our head through. We do have a lot of resistance here, but the momentum on the higher time frames are headed straight up. I'm not going to cover Ethereum too in depth, but then we got XRP right here. We got the 4-hour chart. We're trying to cross up. We're not quite there yet. If I go to the 2-hour chart, we are kind of pulling down a bit. So maybe the dollar is rising pretty rapidly right now. We are poking through our head on that horizontal line. So we need to see us kind of reversing the dollar. We need to see Bitcoin maintain stable and above that level, the 200 moving average on the 2-hour. And we need to see for the short term, XRP kind of hold the 786 right here, which is around 0.3944. If we were to come down and break that level, then we need to see XRP hold 0.3944 first, then 0.3919 next. Definitely for sure. So that's what I'm watching as far as that goes. And then also if we zoom all the way out from this low to this high, we do have the 786 at 0.3935. So definitely an area for some support to come in here. And that's what we want to see happen, because if we zoom all the way out, that's where a lot of resistance came in. We broke above, we found some support at it. So that's where we want to see us maintain as well too. Now let's go to XCN. Let's get a little check in on that. Still not yet for XCN. This coin, man, has been a killer. It's an absolute killer, but when it's going to go hard. Any day now. It could happen at any moment. That's for sure. We're coiled up so tight. It's crazy. So we're not going to cover that too in depth. XLM. Right now, momentum's heading down, but we do have the EMA ribbon flip from red to green. We are maintaining as support. We are retesting this trend line that stretched all the way back from the bull market top. We do have a 1-day sell now, but we don't have a 2-day, 3-day yet. We are curling this EMA ribbon from red, and we're trying to hold it as support. We want to see this momentum start to kick back up again. Now let's go to Casper real quick. Casper shooting up. This is one we called last night. It's doing extremely well. What I would like to see Casper, so this high down to this low, we are right at the 702, very close to hitting the 786 around 0.0468. If we break above that, Casper could shoot. We've already on the 1-day chart broken above the 200 moving average. We coiled up, broke above it. So if we break above that 0.0468, we could easily see 0.0877 quickly. Casper, when it moves pretty fast. We do see the mouths of this void lines opening up, which means what we're doing right now is a pretty big move. Then also on coinmarketcap.com, you can see that Casper has a lot of volume rolling into it. I remember getting into Casper last night when this said 10%. Now it's at 80%. So we nailed it last night on this, but it could have a lot more upside to go. So I'm going to maintain in that swap trade from XLM to Casper. I'm going to ride that out. Always number one rule, cut your losses short. Number 2 rule is let your winners ride. Let those gains ride. So this has been a winner. We're up 10, 15% just today. So we're going to let this ride. So that's for Casper. That's what I'm watching there. That's a 3-day chart. Let's go to the 5-day chart. Right now, we are seeing the 5-day chart now, the void lines start to open up. So we've been coiled up, and now it looks like Casper is going to put on a move. Go to the weekly chart. We got a weekly buy now back here. We do see momentum headed up. All looks well on that ends. Let's look at the 10-day. Momentum headed up. We did come down. We didn't cross through the 50. Curl back up. So I do believe it's going to be a pretty good move. Could even after breaking through the 8-cent level, if we do that, we could come up here to 14 cents. So we're talking like that could be a potential 3 to 4x move on Casper, depending on how Bitcoin, the dollar are reacting. Now let's go to H-bar. We're going to wrap it up on H-bar. Right now, H-bar is at 7.5 cents. If we go to the 1-day chart, showing a lot of strength. So H-bar is showing a lot of strength, and just like Casper, H-bar has a ton of volume rolling into it as well too. If I show you that, H-bar is at 225% gain in volume. Crazy. So H-bar is showing a lot of buying coming in here, and that's a top gainer for a day as well too. It's the graph first, then Casper. So we nailed the top 2. Then H-bar is falling behind, and then Algo, and then Jasmine. Jasmine, I need to get myself some long-term bags. But Algo, doing well. H-bar as well. So yeah, let's go to the 3-day chart, because the 3-day chart, we're riding up in this top void line. And what I'm thinking is like we could be in a move that could be like this for H-bar, because it does look very eerily similar as far as the start of it. If I go to a weekly chart, I just don't see this being done. I see this being like kind of like the first leg as far as, we're going down so much. We have a pop up, kind of go sideways, and then we really have no resistance here until 15 cents. Until here, this is all like fluff. That's nothing. And we can smoke this level and kind of cut through it like butter. So with the momentum that H-bar currently has, I definitely am targeting a double on this as far as it at 7.5 cents. I think it could come up here to around 14 to 15.5 cents for sure. Yep. So let me actually now kind of cross check that from this high down to this low. Wow. Just right there. Right. So on it. Right to that point. So I'd say 14 to 17 cents, which would be like a double for H-bar. And I think that H-bar with the momentum that it has could probably do that over Songbird at the moment. So we did convert a little Songbird into H-bar for the moment. And now I'll check out Songbird just to kind of double check that, because Songbird to H-bar right now is breaking down. We do see stock RSI crossing down. TSI is not above the 0 line. We see the momentum's curling over. So as far as that goes, I do have more faith in H-bar at the moment than I do in Songbird. And as you can see, yeah, that to be the case for the moment. So if I do see some things change, I might revert back, because Songbird is not one you want to miss for sure. Because you look at the Songbird chart, even if I just pull it up right here, Songbird chart, I go all the way out. I mean, like even just getting back to this level, like 30 cents is like crazy, 30x. And that's kind of like when we built a base here, and then right at this point we sold off. It was just like straight down, and we just kind of get flatlined. So I would say like for Songbird to hit a 30x, that's bringing it to where H-bar is currently valued at for market cap, because Songbird's at 100 million market cap, H-bar is at 2 billion. So it's at 2 billion. So that would be a 20x. But like, I would say that Songbird definitely has a lot more upside potential than some of these other ones right now. But that does not mean that H-bar may not get to a double first before Songbird. So I'm going to try to hopscotch this play going into from Songbird to H-bar, riding the H bar gains and then converting back into Songbird if I see it start to kind of get its wings again. So that's what I'm watching as far as that goes. And then, yeah, for the graph as well too, is looking super strong. Like we're on the 5-day chart. We're about to break above the CMA ribbon. 3-day chart, we've already kind of broken above it. We do have prepare to sell soon's first time in a very long time, the only time. So I could even see us coming up here to 40 cents for the graph. Yeah, I could definitely see a 40 cent for the graph. Now let me go to the 1-day chart. And you have a lot of volume coming in here. We broke above the 200 moving average. We see the opening of the void lines here. 12-hour chart. We see the opening of the void lines. We go to the 3-day, 4-day, 5-day. So we're seeing that kind of be the case. So what I was thinking was maybe H bar is around kind of like something like this point right here. If I line that up, let's see. Yeah, maybe something like this right here. And what's coming next is something like a graph kind of shoot up right here in the next 10 days. So we'll have to see if that pans out. I'll be watching that to a T, and I'll be kind of tracking that in the Discord under the trades tracking here. So definitely you want to get in the Discord. I'll put the link in the bio, get updated in this stuff real time. If you want access to the premium channels all in here, like the signals and everything like that, join and then ask. But if you're just joining for the free version, you still get a lot of value in here. So if you don't notice your screen or your Discord looking the same as mine, it's because I have full access. If you want full access, ask us in the Discord once you join. So I'll see you guys over there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.